If you're confused about what you want to do in life, if you're not clear what the next step in your life is, gaining more experiences in life doesn't necessarily mean you will have more clarity on what you should do next. Now, I often hear parents say to their children, take a gap year, go travel, see the world, gain, try and get as much experiences as you can out there so you'll have a better idea of what it is you want to do in life. Personally, I think that's very bad advice because as a Hindu, just as a side note, I believe in reincarnation. I could reincarnate on this planet 1,000 times and still not have every experience this planet has to offer. So if I took a gap here and I traveled around the world and had a whole range of experiences, that's not going to help me gain clarity. What does it do? It actually, more than anything else, confuses the mind. Why does it confuse the mind? Because when we go out to have experiences, we're not given proper guidelines on how to choose what experiences we have, and then how to reflect on that experience and form conclusions. The conclusion part of the experience is critical in organizing the subconscious so we have clarity in what it is we want. Most people go out and they have an experience, and after the experience, they don't really sit down and reflect. Did I enjoy that? Was that something important to me? Is that something I'd like to pursue more of? Do I want to do it again? Do I not want to do it again? They don't. So they just have an experience, then go out and have another experience, and go out and have another experience, and they go out and have another experience. And what are they doing? They're accumulating experiences in the subconscious mind. Now, your subconscious is like a hard drive, like a memory bank, a storehouse, a warehouse of experiences, memories, habit patterns, and a whole bunch of different things. So imagine this. Imagine I want to create a library in my home, a room that is a library. Every day I put 20 books in my library. When I put those 20 books in my library, I don't index them, I don't categorize them. I just put 20 books in the library. After a year, I probably have 700 plus books, plus or minus. Will I be able to find any book? No, I won't be able to find any book. There'll be lots of books in my library, but if I'm looking for a gardening book, I'd have to sift through 700 plus books to try and find it. There's no way I could find it. Why? Because I didn't categorize them, index them, and organize them. The subconscious is no different. Every time you go out and you just accumulate more and more and more experiences, like you would accumulate more and more information, you just clutter the subconscious mind. Now, when you go into your subconscious to try and decide what it is you want to do, how would you be able to retrieve it? How can the subconscious even help you when it's not even organized? All that information is just thrown into the subconscious in an unorganized, uncategorized, unindexed way, and it creates confusion. That's why there are more people confused today than I feel personally than ever before. Why? Because all we do now is consume information from the time we're kids. We have phones, kids have phones, television, and all we do is scroll and consume information, scroll and consume information. We're putting information in our heads, in our subconscious, but we never do the critical work of reflecting on what it is we've listened, watched, heard, forming conclusions, which is the most important part, which then allows us to decide if it's something we want more of in our life or not. And once we start to take that approach, we start to organize our subconscious. And we start to organize our subconscious, the subconscious then in turn can do what it does to help us make decisions. One source of confusion is overwhelming the subconscious mind. And you can do that by consuming too much information or having way too many experiences in your life. It is better for a parent to say to a child, for example, just say, if my daughter loved playing the piano or she loves playing the piano, then what I would say to her is take a gap year. But in this gap year, why don't you go to Eastern Europe for 3 months? and learn Eastern European piano playing. I don't know anything about piano playing. I'm just making up an example. And then go to China and learn the Chinese way of playing the piano, for example. Then go here, maybe to Africa, and learn this style of playing the piano. And then maybe go to America and learn this style of playing the piano for 3 months. So in a year, you've gone to 4 different places, examined 4 different styles. Now, my daughter's passionate about playing the piano. And after she's done her gap year of exploring different styles of playing the piano, she can come back and say, Dad, I don't really like these three. I mean, they're okay, but I really love the Eastern European way of playing the piano. And that's what I want to dive deeper into. And I said, that's great. So if you want to gain more experiences within a category that you're passionate about, rather than gain experiences across the board, across a million completely different things, pick the things that you're passionate about. Be curious within those things. Think narrow, long, deep silos, and that's what you want to go to. And each silo is something that you're passionate about. Then you can explore within the category. Then you are actually making progress in pursuing your passion and getting deeper into something that brings you a feeling of contentment, a feeling of joy, feeling of being uplifted and fulfillment from just doing it, rather than trying 1,000 different random things, none of which you really want to do, but you've never given any thought about it before even doing it. So go narrow and deep.